If you're looking at purchasing a home here in the Nashville market, this changes everything. I'm about to show you neighborhoods where homes are staying on the market 32% longer than they had in the past. We're seeing price drops 10, 15, 20% or more in some areas. But here is the part that nobody's telling you about. So look at this. The median home price in Nashville for 2025 September is $597,000, so plus or minus. Exactly the same as last year in September of 2024. There you go. Pretty much right the same, just depending on where exactly in the month you were, about $599. But Davidson County, it's actually down a little bit. And get this, 21% of the homes are selling with price drops. That's more than 1 of 5 sellers having to cut their price just to close the deal when they finally get to that deal price. Now, before you think the sky's falling, let me show you why this is actually the best news possible for buyers. For the last 3 years, the Nashville home market has been insane. Homes are flying on the market in minutes, not days. We have bidding wars, people waiving inspections and waiving appraisals. I watched families have to ultimately bid 8 and 9 different homes before they got the home that they actually wanted. Now, if you watch me for long, you know that that's actually a very good thing, and I'll explain that why at some point in the future. But that's why you need to subscribe to this channel. But in 2025, something fundamentally has changed. In 2021, Nashville homes appreciated 26% in 1 year. Look at that change. It was crazy. That's bonkers. But now we're at about a 1% change year over year. Again, back to September here at 583 again, and we're not at much of a change anymore. The current market hasn't crashed. It's just exhausted itself. And here's actually what's happening. Our months of supply has really increased almost 46%. Look, from March 2025 even to September, it's increased quite a lot. But from September of 24 to now, that's a lot more inventory for people to choose from. So it's just taking longer for homes to sell, and that gives buyers more negotiation power. So take a look at this. The average list price, when something actually goes on the market, the list price is a little over $1 million, $1,040,000. But where it's actually closing is a huge discount of $836,000. Now, does that mean they're coming off the sales price that much? No, but it does mean they're having price drops probably, and incremental drops to get to that place where they are actually selling. Homes are staying on the market even longer as well. The days on the market now is about 31, whereas look back here in 2024, it was 23. That's a big difference and a lot of stress on sellers. Look at this change in the amount of inventory. Inventory hit well over 11,000 units. So what we currently have now is a bit over 5 months supply of homes. All this means that there's a lot more negotiation room, a lot more power on the side of the buyer than we have seen in years past. We are headed way closer to a balanced market. And typically 6 months is what everyone considers a very balanced market. 6 months for a home to sell. But we've gotten so unused to that being normal that 4 months feels like forever to sellers. I get it. It's a stressful time. Whether you're relocating for work, relocating for a different lifestyle that your current hometown doesn't afford, or maybe looking for your first home, just curious about the Nashville market, I'm giving you information that most realtors just won't give you. You hear it here. I'm Susan Thetford, born, raised, and never going to leave Nashville. I'm a lifelong realtor. My children are here. I'm not moving. I do these videos because I want people to really understand the flavor of what Nashville is, what it's like, show them different suburbs, all the things that you might need to making a decision to say, I need to check this out. Hey, I've got a relocation guide you need to check out as well. If you want to give a phone call, so many families are doing just that. Pick up the phone, let's talk for 30 minutes, find out what it is that you want in a new community and help you discern whether Nashville might be a good fit and what parts of Nashville might be the best fit for you and your needs. That free Nashville relocation guide and my calendar link to book a phone call are going to be down in the comments. This channel is my way of giving you honest, no BS information about whether this could be the perfect last hometown that you'll ever need. So why is now, fourth quarter, the golden opportunity if you are a home buyer in the Nashville, Tennessee area? Let's talk about it. With 21% price cuts before ultimately getting to the closing price on a contract, negotiations are back on the table. Appraisals, you can have one. Concessions, sellers are offering those to buyers. You have a few things back on the table that you just didn't have a couple years ago. So look at this home in Hermitage. It was listed at $689,000. It sold at $630,000. That's a huge discount, $50,000, a little over that, and the seller paid $5,000 in closing costs for the buyers. That was impossible 2 years ago. Number two, you've got time to actually think. You no longer have to see 5 homes in one day, make that decision that day, and send in an offer that day. You can see homes, you can sleep on it overnight, and you are probably going to be safe. Now, I will tell you, there are areas that this is still not the case. We're talking generalities, but you do have some time to actually think. You can tour a few homes, sleep on it, and then make a smart decision, not an emotional one. There are some hidden gem neighborhoods like Inglewood, Madison, Donaldson, where home buyers were being priced out. Now it's back in play for young families, first-time buyers, and for those especially needing a medium-priced home close into town. Let's talk about some of these areas. East Nashville, the Lockland Springs area. The median price of homes here as of 2025 is $565,000. Still competitive, but a little bit slower than it has been in the last year or so. The vibe, artsy, coffee shops, walkable. The 5 Points intersection and local breweries are great hot stops that everyone in that area loves. This is a creative professional's dream. Still very strong, but not insanely priced or hot anymore. Let's take a look at Donaldson, where the median price of homes is $375,000 to $425,000. Typically here, you can get a little bit larger home sites than you would over in the East Nashville, Lockland Springs area. The vibe at Donaldson is suburban meets urban. Families, young professionals, easy access to the airport and to downtown. Some of the sites that you're going to find there are the Grand Ole Opry and all the Lebanon Pike new restaurants that are popping up. It could be Nashville's best kept secrets. Only 15 minutes to downtown and half the price. Then let's go over to the Nations, where the median price of homes is $450,000 to $550,000. You're going to find a lot of townhomes and new construction here. The vibe is industrial chic with breweries and revitalized manufacturing centers. Really pretty cool spot. Nikki's Coal Fire Pizza is amazing, and that's a new development with lots of new stores coming in. If you like the Gulch but want more space for your money, this is your spot, the Nations. Then let's go over to Inglewood. A median price of homes here, $400,000 to $500,000. This is a sweet spot for first-time buyers with huge upside potential because of its close location into Nashville. But wait, I have to be 100% honest with you. This won't last for long. I don't see how it could. With the interest rates inching down little by little this year, we're sitting right barely above 6%. I think there's huge demand for those who are thinking, I'm just gonna wait until it drops below 6. Well, when that happens, that pent-up demand is gonna flood right back into that market, and we could start getting back into those bidding wars. Also, Nashville's fundamentals are still very strong. We've got healthcare booming with Vanderbilt, HCA. We have no state income tax. 1,500 people are moving here every single month. Still, during those COVID years, we were considered 100 people a day, but it slowed down a little. 1,500 a month is still nothing to sneeze at. There are major companies which are expanding. The Oracle down at the East Bank, Amazon, Alliance Bernstein, that East Bank, lots of new construction with new commercial, lots of new developments for over at the East Bank, so many places all around the Middle Tennessee area, which I've mentioned before. When you think of Nashville, you're really thinking of an 8-county SMSA. So Nashville is far more than just that Nashville-Davidson County area. The Nashville housing market has cooled in 2025, not because we've lost our appeal, but because of an affordability ceiling when those interest rates rose 6 up to 7% from having been at 2 and 3%. So I think there was a shock value right there. When interest rates drop and inventory tightens up a bit, we are going to get back into seeing multiple offers, I'm afraid. And I tell you what, realtors really don't want that. I know you think we do, but it is so incredibly stressful that I'm not looking forward to that part. I'll still be here though. Most economic predictions show Nashville's housing market to be about a 4 to 6% appreciation for 26 and 27. Not those crazy 20% gains of 22, 23, but healthy gains. And this could be the window because as inventory lessens, as buyer demand increases, so do those prices. If you're on the fence, this is your moment. I know what you're thinking. Should you wait for prices to drop? Well, I will tell you, for the last year or so, I've had home buyers saying that's exactly what they're going to do. They haven't dropped. And this certainly is not like it was back in 2009 when prices did drop. That's not what we're getting. We're getting a flattening here in Nashville, and we've seen that for the last year or so. But most analysts don't expect a crash. Next question, what if I buy and the rates drop? I get it, and that's a concern. If the rates drop, we've already talked about this, I fully expect people, that pent-up demand, to rush back in, which will increase the price. You can always refinance in 12 to 18 months. There are great deals out there where they can waive the appraisal. Many things can be done. Reach out to me for mortgage lenders, but you cannot readjust your price. You can readjust your interest rate. So are the neighborhoods that I mentioned safe investments? Well, look at trends over time. They've not reduced the price ever. They've just softened. I've helped over 500 families move to the Nashville, Tennessee area in my 35-year career. I've seen in 2022 someone pay $160,000 over asking price to get that dream home. Then, unfortunately, they actually had to sell it to move back with some family issues. We were still able to get their price a year later, so they didn't lose any money. Now, I've also seen people today getting $30,000 off of the purchase price, but also get the seller to pay the concessions and appraisal. And it's all in the negotiation power. And it's in the experience that I know how to ask for these things. The families that moved here 5 years ago, their homes have still appreciated 40% in that 5-year period in spite of the slowdown. Nashville isn't going anywhere. Here's what I'm telling my clients. If you have a need to be here or desire to be here, if you can afford the home at the current interest rate, then there's never going to be a better time to buy it, because I just don't see any reason to think prices are going down any. Refinance that interest rate when the time is right. But if you can afford it and the time is right for you, time to make the jump. Buy smart. Buy for the long haul. You won't regret it. All right, here's how I can help you. Grab that free Nashville relocation guide. 50 pages, I think 52 pages, chock full of information about neighborhoods, suburbs, schools, crime, weather, places to see when you're here, special attractions, parks. So much information. Let's do a one-on-one call if you're serious about moving to the Nashville area, whether it's 2 weeks from now or 2 years from now. It's never too early to begin the conversation. We can talk about your needs, your desires in a new community. I can help direct you to the right area of this 8-county SMSA. Please go ahead, subscribe, and hit that bell. Every single week I show you new neighborhoods, homes, pros and cons of Nashville, all the things that you need to know to make a good decision for yourself. If you're planning a move to Nashville, this channel will save you tens of thousands of dollars in the long run, just for a little bit of your time, and it's free. Drop a comment below. What neighborhoods do you think you're most interested in? Why is it that you're considering a move to the Nashville area? What do you most want to know about Nashville? I read every single comment. I really appreciate your time, and I look forward to talking to you in person. Now, I'll see you in the next video, and I look forward to seeing you in person very soon.